This time of the year can be very, very intense. It especially happens when you're going through a love triangle or something with love. I'm Anne, a third-born generation psychic, and I have a message for you. Keep listening. Now, I know that a lot of your energy right now is being pushed into a relationship that seems like it's one-sided, but it's not just one-sided. There is something else that's happening here, and you need to know about it. When you're involved in a spiritual connection, like a twin flame, a soulmate, um, somebody from your past life, you tend to go through some type of purging energy. This is called dark night of the soul. Now, a lot of people go through this, and you know what? It's not a bad thing, but it is like cleansing the energy, and it does happen usually at the beginning of the year or at the end of the year, but whatever happens is all to do with getting two people together. Sometimes they have to go through it at a different time and you go through it a different time, but dark night of the soul is not a bad thing. It's just you have to learn how to cope with it. You have to learn what you're going through. This may also feel like your energy is being depleted, like you're going through so much and they're not going through anything. But the thing is that it's a two-way street. Like I said, it's not just one way. The both of you are going through it together. Now, maybe one goes through it maybe a little time before or a little ways afterwards, but whatever the case is, it's not something you have to get stuck on. It's not something you have to just put your mind into and try to fix it, because it's not going to get fixed overnight. With spiritual connections, they go through a process. And, when you're involved with one, a divine counterpart sometimes can take, several months, sometimes several years. And it's not easy, and it could be very brutal. And I get a lot of questions of, why can't you see when does it happen? Or is it just my imagination, or am I disillusioned by this story in my head? And that can go through your head too, but it just doesn't go away. It just seems like it goes on over and over and over. You want the truth. You want to know the truth. They're not giving you the truth. And you don't know if you're getting any answers for yourself anyways. You're constantly like seeking out, looking for, more information, more clarity, and you're not getting it. And it seems like something just keeps getting, stronger and stronger. And then boom, they come into your life, and then they leave your life. And then it's like, here we go again. We're in that teeter-totter stage, and it's not meant to be that way. Listen, the first things first, you can't keep stressing about it. When you stress about a situation, or you try to forget about a situation with that you're involved in, it seems like it gets more intense and it gets stronger and stronger. And I'm not saying just forget about that person, but I'm just saying you have to focus on something that is real, something that you're feeling in your heart. There's other ways of finding out. There's other ways of looking into it. And it's not like blowing up their phone, and it's not about, texting them, or even looking on their stories, or looking on their Instagram, their Facebooks, their TikTok, whatever it is, a social media outlet. You can't keep looking for it, because that's not real life. We talk about real life, and we talk about this the social media life, because we put what we want out there. Not that we tend to do that, but we're not going to put actually our what we're doing in our life, unless you really want to. Nothing wrong with posting and being so like open and honest with yourself. The point I'm making is, don't look at it as, okay, so he's out with her, okay, maybe it's a third party situation, maybe this person is with someone else, and you're like, okay, so they're out with that person, so that means they're getting back together, or maybe they're rekindling their relationship, or maybe there's somebody new. You got it all wrong. Don't think like that. There's emotional energy, and your emotions are going through the roof, okay? That's what happens with this time of the year, I'm not really a fan of it either. I mean, it's exciting, but it does bring back a lot of memories, a lot of emotions. And you know what? That's okay, but it's not a time for you to examine, like this card came out, the past. The past is the past. I don't know if you could see that. Okay, there we go. So it's time to just stop looking at everything of how it happened, or maybe something from a previous relationship. You're going over and over. You're playing it over and over. Now, you know that this person has a connection with you. They know they have a connection with you. It's going to work. If it's meant to be, it's going to work. All right. But you can't keep looking at things so deeply and trying to make it happen quicker. With everything that happens, it's all about healing. It's all about, coming together with yourself and coming together with this person, or maybe there's someone else. Maybe you are not meant to be with this person. Like there's always a way to find out, there's always a way to understand things better. But if you're constantly looking at, why aren't they coming to me? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? You're only hurting yourself. There's a rebirth. Rebirth means there is a new beginning, a new change. Something brand new is coming up. But it can't come up if you're always searching and looking for it. This is not the time right now to do anything impulsive, do anything that you normally wouldn't do. It's special time right now because we're embracing a brand new year, and it's wonderful. I love New Year's. Like I said, it's not a fun time, the beginning of the year, but it is nice because it's a new year, if that makes sense. The first thing to do is not look at things so drastically. And the second thing to do is not keep talking about it with people that don't understand. Because a lot of people will give you their opinion, and that's fine. But sometimes you won't like their opinion. And maybe you might just say, you know what, I'm going to ask another person, or I'm going to ask another person. Or you're just going to go to psychic after psychic, and you know what, you're going to get like a circle pattern. You just don't know what you're getting because you're not listening. You're not open to it. And that's when you have to be completely open when you get a reading. All right, remember that. You have to be completely neutral. You can't be in a rage. You can't be like your mind is, set on something. And you know what? You can't try to influence the reading to go your way either. Yeah, sometimes it's not what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. Now, if this reading is calling out to you, I do offer phone chat and email readings, and I do have the links down in the description area. And also I have other videos and my blog articles, and you can check them out. I'm here for you, and I hope that this reading, really did speak to you, because if it, if there's a message, you're going to get it, all right? Take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't, okay? So until next time, God be with you all. Namaste.